All right, welcome to lesson 6.1. Well, actually, welcome to chapter 6. So chapter 6 is a chapter on polynomial functions. Polynomials, well, we spent a whole chapter on, a whole unit, I guess I should say, on quadratics. Quadratics are a type of function, polynomial function. So a chapter on polynomial functions will be looking at functions that are degree 3, degree 4, that kind of thing. All right. So it's really just higher functions as compared to what we did last chapter. A lot of what we did, the factoring, the solving, the graphing, all that stuff, we're going to apply in this chapter. Some of it will be very, very similar. Some of it we'll have to have new methods and new strategies to deal with a higher degree function. For this lesson, our only objective is that we're going to classify polynomials after correct mathematical simplification. This is a lot of just definitions. Okay. So our first definition is a monomial. It's an expression that is a real number, a variable, or a product of real numbers and variables with whole number exponents. So it's one term. Right? A polynomial is a monomial or sum of monomials. So monomials are going to be split up by plus or minus. So this is the definition of a polynomial function. All I want you to get from this is that notice how the exponent in the first term here is n. The next one is n minus 1, and then it goes down to 1, and then 0. So the exponents are in order, by descending order. Standard form of a polynomial. Terms are listed in descending order by degree, as we just talked about. And you can classify polynomials in two ways: the number of terms it contains and its degree. And that's what we're going to do on the next page here. So the degree of a polynomial is the highest power among the variable terms. So if you have degree 0, that is what is considered a constant. There we go. This is not working. There we go. That's what's called a constant. And an example of a constant term could just be the number 3. Right? It's going to have no variable. That's what degree 0 means. There is no variable at all. Degree 1 is where it has a variable but no exponent, because the exponent would be 1, but you don't write it. That is what's called linear. So that's what you spend a lot of your time in Algebra 1 working on. An example of that could be x plus 2, something like that, right? Where you could also have the constant, but the highest degree term is just a variable, no exponents. Degree 2, that's what we just spent a whole chapter on, which is quadratic. So it could be something like, I don't know, 4x squared. All right, degree 3. Now this is getting into the newer stuff that we're going to talk about in this chapter. Degree 3 is cubic. So let's say it's x cubed plus x squared plus x. Just an example. Degree 4 is what's called quartic. I don't know, so let's say x to the 4th minus x squared. Degree 5 is quintic. So we'll say x to the 5th minus x to the 4th plus x cubed minus x squared. And the examples are just examples. I'm just making them up as we go here. We can also, so one of the labels is by degree. The other label is by number of terms. So when there is one term, we already defined it. It's called a monomial. When there's two terms, it's a binomial. We already said that one term was monomial. Three terms, trinomial. Two terms we just defined as binomial. Four terms, not a special name for it. These are all, by the way, these are all polynomials. Degrees 1, 2, and 3 have a special name. Degree 4 and up, you would just say it's a polynomial with however many terms. So we'll say with 4 terms. Okay. So we're going to write each polynomial in standard form first. So that means combining any like terms that are possible and getting it in degree order descending. So this one is x cubed plus 9. Again, putting it in order. And then we're going to classify it by degree, which is cubic, and number of terms, which is binomial. All right. This one, we're going to need to combine these like terms and make that negative 2x. The negative 2x to the fourth will come first, and then plus 1. So you've got degree 4, which is quartic, and then there's 3 terms. So that's trinomial. Here, no like terms, but we do need to move that one out front. So you got negative 3x to the fourth plus x cubed minus 2x squared minus 7. So that is a quartic polynomial with 4 terms. Here, we are going to have to simplify by distributing. So let's do that first. You get 21x squared plus 15x plus 10x squared. So you can combine the x squares and you get 31x squared plus 15x. And you end up with, well, it is a quadratic binomial. Here we're going to distribute the negative 5x, and you get 7x minus 15x to the fourth plus 30x. Combine the like terms, and you get negative 15x to the fourth plus 37x. So that would be a quartic binomial. All right, if you end up with 3 binomials that are getting multiplied together, you just got to pick 2. Doesn't matter which 2, I'm going to pick these 2, and FOIL them together, and then we'll multiply the last one at the end. All right, so x times x is x squared, x times 3 is 3x, negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Combine that, and you get x squared plus x minus 6. And then the way I do a binomial times a trinomial is x, I multiply by everything inside, and I get x cubed, x times x is x squared, x times negative 6 is negative 6x. And then I do 1 times everything. 1 times x squared is x squared. 1 times x is x. 1 times -6 is -6. Then you combine like terms and you get x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. So that is a cubic polynomial with 4 terms. All right. I'm going to leave part G as one of your exit ticket questions. So give the exit ticket a try. We'll go over this all in class tomorrow, and then let me know if you have any questions.